In this episode of Lightbox, we meet some of the talents of Blink Industries, the BAFTA-nominated entertainment arm and development studio of multi-award-winning London production company Blink Productions. Recently, they paired up with Cartoon Network's critically acclaimed series The Amazing World of Gumball for the 5th season episode The Puppets, drawing on the distinct style of Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, known for their mixed-media 6-part viral sensation Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
We were like, we want to do something with puppets. We had this space and we were like, that would be fun.
Yeah, we had a big studio space. And I think at the time I hated my job and I was like, I need to do something else. I need to make something. And we just started making it, and then we kind of started making the puppets, I think, before we'd written it. It was quite organic.
Yeah, it was unusual.
Yeah, unusual way of working, but yeah, we didn't really have a plan at that point to do a whole series. We were just making this one episode, but then I think after we'd made it, we decided that there's a lot more potential with the characters to make more and stuff like that.
So take a look at my hair. Cool. I use my hair to express myself.
That sounds really boring.
I use my hair to express myself.
It just made sense if we were able to sort of use it as an outlet to try lots of little things out and to write, I think, which is the one thing we weren't really doing very much. We did a few music videos and stuff, but actually writing was the funnest bit about it.
Gumball's tradition of guest artist collaborations have in the past included Seaman Landrian, Studio 4 Degrees Celsius, and CRCR Collective.
I think it was a good chance to show that, like, there's so many, like, talented, rad artists, like, working in London at the moment in animation, who I think deserves more spotlight than they have right now.
You know, sometimes they may get a spotlight in an ad or something like that, but we can give them an actual sequence in a show that can last 3 minutes or something, you know, which is like the best they can get in an ad is like 30 seconds or something. So, you know, they can really sink their teeth into it and do something longer form. So it's really, and it's exciting for us as well, because it means, you know, all these guys whose work we admire, we can get to sort of coast on their success and just like put them into the show and just also, sit back and watch them do it. And
also,
it's amazing.
It's 2 minutes of animations. We don't have to do ourselves. Which is like highly appreciated.
I'd done a bit of work for them before. I'd made some puppets and little prop pieces for a few of their episodes. But yeah, I was a big fan of the show. And I think similarly to Don't Hug Me, it's quite a very like eclectic mix of styles. Like they do, it's quite varied, and so I think that was very appealing to me as well.
Sometimes the artists have been brought in at script stage because, like Ben, for example, worked with Simon and the guys from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and brought them into the writing of the episode specifically so they could have that involvement early on and steer it, because, you know, like that's the stuff they know how to do. So
also
they can steer it.
You know, we're benefiting from, like, I think to get like some of these guys' vibe, you kind of have to like start working with them from like the core, you know. Then you really see. I mean, you've probably seen it like in the sequence with Don't Hug Me. Like, it's obvious that it's their sense of humor and, you know, it's their weirdness that permeates. And I think you can't just like give them a script and go, well, we like the way it looks, and like this is not who they are. Like, they're fully fledged artists that, you know, like,
and so they have an input all the way through, you know, from script writing to storyboard, and then, you know, like they'll do the sequence themselves.
And the idea, you know, really was like, we want you to be happy with it, so do the best work you can do and be happy with that, right? Like, that kind of was the idea.
There was a few times where we were like, this may be a bit too much. There was one bit towards the end where I think where the puppets get sort of ripped to pieces,
disemboweled.
And I think actually we kind of just pushed it to, you know, its gruesome limit.
Just the right amount.
There's a compliance department at Cartoon Network where we're not used to having lawyers telling us what we can and can't do on Don't Hug Me, so it's kind of weird. But I think the best thing about puppets is that you can manhandle them in a way, but I think there was definitely a bit where there were a few raised eyebrows over ripping out eyeballs and guts, which in Don't Hug Me would have been kind of pretty par for the course, but on this was a bit touchy.
Also on board from Blink is MANOMAN director Simon Cartwright, whose own penchant for puppets has been drawn upon to direct the accompanying web series Waiting For Gumball.
I'd been working kind of doing bits and pieces of animation up in Leeds, and really when was working part-time, and like Becky says, was just so unhappy. It was like either try and make animation like my one thing, or take a little trip down to the bottom of the garden, and so I decided to go back to study animation to sort of just really to just have the excuse to make a short film and to just make loads of my own stuff, because I'd been working on other people's stuff, and I had a load of ideas for what I wanted to try, and I really wanted to bring together like the music that I loved playing and animation, but it just seemed like it was too stilted in animation. So then I started to get more into puppets and puppetry, because you could kind of like be more frantic and try things out and improvise. And like in music, like I tend to play like improvised music, not fluidly, but like noise and stuff, and I wanted to see what the equivalent of that was using puppets. So that turned into MANOMAN, and then after film school I got involved with the guys at Blink, and I really had liked their work for a long time, and actually Becky and Joe's one of their music videos was one of the I think influences on trying puppets, just to, like small puppets, because I'd never really been into hand puppets, because I really don't like the limitations of that either. But they'd done a music video, was it Unknown Mortal Orchestra?
Yeah.
And that was a really cool, it's just like, it was super graphic and just fun, and I thought that was a really good idea. So I knew Blink's work and I really loved it, and then I got involved with them and was doing lots of stuff like storyboarding on commercials and helping out with pictures and stuff like that. And then Nina Gantz, who I went to film school with, and I became a directing duo to work in the commercials there, and then so we're trying to develop a number of ideas with them, and we're making a short film with them now and some other stuff, so yeah, it seems to be a really good home for us, because we, like me and Nina in particular, like these guys don't really just want to do one type of animation or one type of puppetry, and we want to kind of try and mix things up a bit, and to try and kind of create a world which is in between live action and animation. So
the way we got to know him was through his short film that Sarah Bell, our producer, was a judge for.
She was a judge.
She was a judge. BAFTA, maybe? I think it was BAFTA.
I think so, yeah. And she'd seen this film, she brought it back to the studio and just projected it. It was really good.
And we loved
great
it,
film.
And then you're like, well, one day we have to work with this guy. Yeah. Like that's kind of how it goes.
We've done 5 2-minute episodes which sprang from the world which these guys created for the episode, and it's kind of, the idea is to see what these characters have been doing whilst they've been waiting for Gumball and Darwin to come back. So the whole thing is kind of like a puppet version of the Young Ones, where they're just sitting around their house all day trying to fill the boredom with insanely mundane acts. So whereas Gumball can go anywhere in the world, we've kind of reined it all into just one room. So it's quite fun.
We called it Waiting For Gumball as well.
It's a funny play on.
It's a funny play on Gumball. On Gumball.
Gumball.
Just a general waiting around.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Actually, it's very much a mashup of like Gumball and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared in a sense, because Baker, Terry, who the writing team at Don't Hug Me, and then Joe Mark, who's one of the Gumball writers, both got together to sort of develop those stories and develop those shorts together, and we kind of oversaw that writing experience. So it was very much bringing those two sort of elements together and finding something new out of it.
UK viewers can catch The Amazing World of Gumball on Cartoon Network.
Here we are.